Welcome to the Lead Podcast. My name is Jatkiss and I'm your host.
And my name is Benjy. I'm your other host, and I hope you all enjoy our program today. Grab your popcorns and be seated as we take you into our program.
Sure. So today we're going to be having a very interesting guest, as this is our very first episode for the podcast. Stay tuned after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're so excited to be here, and we have our guest today. And I won't take the light from her to introduce her. I'll let her introduce herself and tell you guys about her. So,
my name is Mary Kandu, and I'm a resident of Kafiewer.
All right. No, it's really nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Sure. So we pretty much know that you're into modeling and you're also a singer. Is that right?
Yeah.
So where did you get the passion for modeling?
Modeling, I just grew up to be, I'm myself inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. And then looking at my body, a lot of people used to tell me to say, you can be a good model. And then I never take that serious, but as time goes by, I started, developing that in me. Then I decided to become a model. Yeah.
So, how long have you been doing it?
I started modeling in 2020.
2020?
Yeah.
That's like 3 years ago.
Yeah. This is going to be my 4th year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, was there someone who inspired you to get into modeling?
I look up to Alice Lauren Musukwa.
Oh.
She is my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. Apart from Alice Lauren Musukwa, there comes in Zendaya.
Zendaya?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, looking at the two talents, I should say, that you have, which one weighs more than the other? Which one are you more passionate about? Or maybe you feel the same about both of them?
I would say both.
Okay.
Because I normally find comfort and strength in everything that I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for singing, do you have any video you'd like to show the viewers of you singing?
No, I do not have, because I'm into a band.
To a band?
Yeah, it's a band that I'm in.
Okay.
And then I've never done a solo thing. So I'm into a band. So I don't have any music for myself.
Like a solo song now?
No.
Oh, interesting. I would like to know, when did you discover that you can sing?
I discovered that when I was just young.
Really?
young.
So singing has been more into from way back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
So, apart from the band, where else do you sing?
Church,
Church.
of course, yeah.
So, which church did you go?
You would say... Oh, okay, first.
Which church do you go to?
I go to Fresh Anointing.
Fresh Anointing.
Yes.
So in the church choir?
Yes, I'm in the church choir, yeah.
Is there anyone who can confirm that?
People can confirm that.
Okay.
A lot of people can confirm that. Though of late, I haven't been going to church.
You haven't?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know once. I don't know.
You just don't know.
I don't know.
I hope we're not in the last days, huh?
No. I'll start going. So tomorrow I'll be going.
You'll be going. No, you beat them.
So I would say, so you mean you only sing religious songs, or you can also get into secular or something?
Okay, I would say it depends with the environment where I'm in. I can go for secular. I can do gospel, because a person who does gospel, they're not limited to do whatsoever that they feel like doing.
Yeah.
You get? Gospel is the communication between you and God, and then secular is just the way of entertaining yourself
And people
around you. Yeah.
So can you do a freestyle?
No.
Okay.
Many people would like to hear freestyle.
People want to hear your golden voice. Yeah, because as probably myself, I've obviously heard it before, so it would be great for people out there to see what you can do with your voice.
Timbe poka kuroma.
Yeah, just any other song.
Any song?
So, in your modeling career,
Okay.
there's something obvious we pretty much notice. Obviously, there are like male promoters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, have you been in an instance where a male promoters wanted, male promoters wanted to, request a better system for to give you a platform?
I've never had such experience.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say depends on how you carry yourself for people to take advantage of you. That's what I can say. Because most of the times you'd find that if you show your weakness to people, then it's a definitely thing anyone can, do whatever that they want to do with you.
Yeah.
So, but since you're saying you started modeling in 2020, right? So which means you started modeling when you were a grown-up. So how was it? Maybe let me say to the family side. Like, do they accept it when you first started it? Because it's not everyone who has like a good picture about modeling. Some people think models like they don't listen because of like how they dress when they're performing and everything. So was it a thing of the family supported when you started it? Like, did they actually consume it and accept it to say, okay, like you can do this?
Okay. So, like I said earlier, depends on how you carry yourself for someone to take advantage of you. So, like when it comes to my family is actually in support with whatever that I do. They support me. Yeah. So the time I decided to say, okay, I want to be a model, I talked to my mom. She was like, okay, follow your dreams, my child. So I was like, okay, wow. These are the people that we want in the society.
Yeah.
So I was super excited when she accepted. And then I was like, okay, let me just try it on. Then if everything goes well, though I'm not yet into it that much, but very soon I will definitely start participating in the pageants. Yeah, because I only once participated in the in the runway. At some point, there was Miss McCain.
Miss McCain.
Yeah. Okay. So it was held at Mike's Car Wash. So that's why we went.
You suck. All right. So one other question, like I think it's easy when you're surrounded by friends or you're in an environment where you're having people who do things which are quite the same like the things you do.
Yeah.
So in your case for modeling, like do you have close friends or side friends who are into modeling as well? Or
I have a lot of friends who are models.
Okay.
And actors. Yeah.
In your circle.
Yes.
Have you ever tried acting before? Have you ever tried acting before?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have.
How did that work out?
I have. In fact, I just featured. Not really like
being
into
a main role.
No.
A feature film.
No, I just featured with a film which was directed by Mr. Paul Willow. Yeah.
That's
a huge
huge.
name.
Yeah. That's a huge name.
That's a huge name. Wow.
Yeah.
So
to those who don't know, Paul Willow is like a huge director in the movie industry in Zambia. Like, huge.
So from that experience now, do you think you can pick it up to go for at least bigger roles?
Yes, I can.
Oh yeah.
I can.
Because modeling. Okay, you say being a Christian, right?
Yeah.
Christians, we have a thing of putting titles on people, and Christianity as a whole, the Christian society. Yeah, we judge each other a lot. We are Christians, but we judge each other a lot.
Yeah.
So others, they would say model, the clothes they put on when they're going there and everything. So like, how have you been balancing that? Being a Christian and again at the same time thinking about how people see me at church. Like last night I was at a show, maybe doing modeling and wearing some type of clothes that I'm not supposed to, that people think I'm not supposed to wear.
Yeah.
And again, being a Christian at the same time.
Okay, so being a Christian does not limit you from doing whatsoever that you love.
Yeah.
So people will judge you quite alright, but you just have to, Valanda say, open the spiritual ears and close the physical ones. So at the end of the day, do you know that even Esther Chungu, she's a model?
Oh.
Yeah. So modeling is in different categories. So me, I'm into fashion and commercial and advertisement. Yeah. So there are models who do the bikini stuff.
Yeah.
And depends with the the bikini. Yeah. Depends with the type of modeling that you're doing. Yeah. So let people judge you. You don't have to pay much attention to people's words. At the end of the day, people always talk. You do good, you do bad, people always talk. So the society that we're living in of Christianity, the so-called Christians, we are too judgmental. Please. So the only thing I can say right now is that don't listen to whatsoever people are saying. Focus on your goals and know what you want at the end of the day. It's you and your God, not you and the people. No. Yeah. So you just have to balance up. Church, because in everything that we do, we need to put God first. So without God, we can't do anything. All things are impossible. But with God, all things are possible. That's the main reason why we always rush to God if things they are okay or not okay in our lives. We know to say God is always there, and God is always going to be our best comforter. Whenever I'm going through certain things. So it's up to you. You balance up. You balance up. That's what I can say.
I think we have more than a model here. We also have a pastor. So you can be
my boss.
As you are watching, you can be getting blessed out here with the word of God.
Don't forget to
Love is automatic when you loving me like this. And I'm so glad we've got automatic chemistry. Na 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 na. Automatic chemistry.
touch the screen for healing. Okay.
That's the way it is.
Oh yeah. So speaking about the judgmental society, there is someone who is more closer than the society to you that we can ask. That we want to try to get the feedback from you in regards to your career of being a model. First and foremost, let me ask this question: do you have a boyfriend?
I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
Probably he will be watching, and then if you refuse,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not really sure if I'm in a relationship or not. As in for now,
You are.
I don't know.
it's a situationship or something.
It's a situationship whereby I can't understand.
You don't understand.
I can't understand.
Okay. So the same dude in the relationship you're with, how does it take the whole aspect of you being a model? Is he supportive or there's some,
Okay, it's someone who supports everything that I do.
Okay.
It's my inspiration. It supports me, regardless of the things people would say about models. To say he knows how I carry myself at the end of the day. So he respects everything that I do, and he always pushes me to do more. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very supportive partner, That's a dream. That must be a dream come true. Having that kind of a partner,
Cause it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. There's a guy who wouldn't take that lightly. Because being a model, you go to shows,
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
there. He doesn't know the people you're going to meet,
I don't
doesn't
know.
know what's going to happen after the show.
That's the reason they always say trust is the most important thing. It has to be strong. It has to be strong. Yeah, that's what I can say. Because do you know the way it is? Yeah, we'll definitely meet a lot of different people out there, but
Richer people.
yeah,
Wealthier
you'd find
people.
as long as you've chosen that person to be your partner, and then regardless where you can be, where you go, or how the situation can be, say, okay, my man okay, at this point he doesn't have money. Yes, quite alright. But I'm in a relationship with this person, and wherever I go, I must represent that person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, regardless the situation. Yeah.
Interesting. How can you handle it?
I wanted to ask you the same thing. I wanted to ask you the same thing.
For me, I think I'm not so sure how to handle having a girlfriend who is a model. Yeah, like you say, there's a lot of exposure out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, one thing I know about people is that we grow every day, we evolve every day. So, so are our needs, you know. So, what we want today may not be what we may want tomorrow. So, today I may be comfortable using an iPhone 6, but then tomorrow I'm going to be exposed to someone who has an iPhone 14. You know, and there's someone out there I'm going to do modeling, and there can be someone out there who will be able to afford that iPhone for her, you know. So, there's so much.
Always there. Yeah, there's always someone.
Okay, one thing I can tell you guys is that an exception it's a best medicine for a person. Once you accept your situation, everything will go in line. Ulunkumbwa in is it Bemba or Nyanja? We say Lunkumbwa, right? Lukomness. Ulunkumbwa ulaletelela. So it's better you stick to what you have, because there is that proverb which says the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know, because regardless of that person providing everything that you want, there are some, you know, there are some, you know, shaky parts of them. At the end of the day, you start regretting, say, why did I leave that person? I wish I had just stayed with the person. You get?
But
so certain things you just have to, you know, reason to say, okay, let's take for instance, you and I are dating, and then it happens that maybe I go somewhere, I need to represent you. Someone will tell me, a lot of people would come to me telling me to say, okay, I love your personality, I love the way you talk, I love the way you do what, I just love everything about you. And then once they start confessing love to me, I'll just be open to that person to tell them to say, okay, my nigga, hold it there. I have a man. Okay. In fact, most of the time I would feel like as if I'm with him. You get?
Even despite him not being around, but
I feel like as if he's watching me wherever I go. Every step that I take, I feel like as if he's with me. So I just have that, you know.
The sense of his presence.
I just have that respect for that person.
For me,
it's hard.
Bruh, it would be a bit hard. Okay, like I feel when I'm in that situation, I feel like maybe I can adapt with time. Because sometimes there's some situations that you feel like can be difficult, but when you're there, I feel like if I have a girl who's a model and she goes for shows, maybe I can adapt, but on a serious note, it's real hard. And it's a big maybe.
I would
rather I'm your manager, man. We're going together to the shows.
If you're comfortable, going with me to every show that they actually
being a manager can even be better.
And then we can be going together. Moreover, you know the way it is. You know the type of a person that you're dating, your partner. You know that person A to Z. You'll be able to say, okay, she can do this when I'm not around. And then she can't do that when I'm not around.
True.
You get?
But sometimes
there are
people
things
can
that
be
one can
unpredictable,
do.
you know.
You know, okay, I would say it's just the mentality of people. That's one thing I can say, because again, it's a decision that one makes. If a person decides to cheat on a partner, it's a decision that they make. Not really that no, the environment tempted me to do this. No, it's you. That's your mentality. That's what you've set in your mind to say, okay, even if I go, since that person isn't around me, I can do it. I can meet up with other people. We can, we can exchange numbers. We start chatting. We start talking about love. We start talking about, intimacy and whatnot. But if you know to say, okay, you have someone who would even tell the person, problem with us ladies. Once we see someone who has money, who is maybe doing better than your man, you want to rush to that person. You don't even know the what the things that he went through,
Yeah.
or how he got that money.
Source of
You
wealth,
don't know,
yeah.
but you just decide to say, okay, I think this is the man for me because he can provide everything
Yeah.
for me. You jump into another relationship. I don't believe into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe into that.
Love is automatic when you loving me like this. And I'm so glad we've got automatic chemistry. Na 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 na. Automatic chemistry.
So I have another question. So since you're saying he would just have to trust you and everything because like it's what you do. So let me take it as in if it was the other way around. Yeah, there's some guys who are models, or maybe he's just like going somewhere where you know that okay, it's a show. There will be girls. There will be what. Would you also trust him in the same way that you would want him to trust you?
Very important. Yeah, I have to trust him because that's the way of showing him how supportive I am as his partner. Yes, I have to support him.
You wouldn't have any kind of
Insecurities.
maybe he's been with girls, he's cheating, because most of these shows they tend to happen at night,
Yeah.
you know, and probably maybe you reach home late, or maybe you told
Sometimes they've been sleepover.
Yeah.
They're given motels or something like that.
I'll sleep at the lodge.
So, what are insecurities for? If you know your partner, what are the insecurities for? If you know your partner, if you know the person that you're dating,
So you have zero insecurities.
I have zero.
Wow.
I
Wow.
have zero.
Oh yeah?
That's the level that I've reached. Because why am I saying so? The so-called insecurities. In most of the relationships, that's the reason why they didn't even work out. You are so insecure with unnecessary things. In as much it is necessary, it's a definitely thing you need to call. You need to follow up to call the person to find out how everything is going that side. You know, or rather, if he has the chance to, he has to call you to say, okay, right now, babe, this is what is going on.
What do they call insecurities in Nyanja? And Sanjay? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, and Sanjay's just jealous, but it's more like the same thing.
Yeah, I think
Some of
it's more
them.
like the same
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
because that person get to have shows as well.
Yeah.
You would go out, but it's just the way of supporting. If you support, in as much I would say I have insecurities, but at the end of the day, I have to support his dreams.
Yeah.
I don't have to limit him.
Insecurities are normal.
Exposure, he needs
Actually, I think they have
exposure
to
as
be
well.
there.
Yeah, they can be there, but I don't have to hinder him from his progress. At the end of the day, I'm not supposed to be the hindrance of progress to somebody. Yeah, I need to let him be free. When someone is your partner, that doesn't qualify you to be to become their bodyguard. You need to know everything that they are doing, or rather you want to check whatsoever. Guys,
It's not necessary.
certain things you just ignore them. In as much as say, okay, being a boy at any time, but you just have to leave that space. To say, and disappointments are just meant for human beings. Guys. Disappointments are meant for every person. You get? Disappointments don't choose anybody. They'll just come to you, no matter how beautiful you can be. I'm carrying you, baby girl. I'm carrying you, baby boy. But okay, just have to balance up.
Love is automatic when you loving me like this. And I'm so glad we've got automatic chemistry. Na 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 na. Automatic chemistry.
Much okay. Let's say someone can be busy. They can be busy. Okay, they can be busy, but they need to find time to say, okay, I have a partner in my life. I need to to check up on the person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So most of the times you find that Mama come back to girls, if you call maningi go kumutumira mwamuna ati no, that shows desperation. It's not desperation. What's yours, Muntwani?
You have to sakamana.
You have to sakamana. You know, you need to put it. You have to not say, okay, this person, okay.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not grateful, this person loves me.
Yeah.
Regardless the situation, you get to call that person. You find out how they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, as we wrap up the podcast for today's episode, actually we have one last question.
Okay.
One
Very important question. A very important last question.
Yeah.
Guys, please don't. I might not go to bed.
Don't deviate the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready? If I take a deep breath first. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So here's the question.
Okay.
Do you think there's real love in Kafio?
Very important question.
Okay. Do I think there's true love in Kafio? It goes back to the person that you just meet Mutwad.
It just depends.
You know, there's true love in Kafio. Guys.
That response is not really convincing, you know?
Okay, like illegal love, Kafio, guys. Love is there.
But depends
Depends with the person. Okay, depends with the partner that you're with. Love is there. If you know, we see if love is there through the actions of the person.
Because people are asking that to find true love in Kafio and Kwemini not part.
Where should we stand?
It's to stand anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay.
Where you feel it's comfortable for you. But true love is there.
Okay.
Because anywhere, you can go to Lusaka because most of the time they'll say Lusaka is only for business. But there are people in love.
Oh, yeah.
People in love, they're cuddling nice. So true love is there.
Yeah.
There's no place which has no true love. It just depends on the type of the person that you found, you meet. Because when I end to Mutimanga, we're meeting at the right parts or the right parts of, you connect, you
connect.
bond, then love will start manifesting.
Well, there you have it. So there you have it. This has been the Lead Podcast hosted by myself, Jatkiss, and today we had Mary Candy, who was just giving us something brief about herself, her modeling career, and everything.
See you soon, guys. See you next time. Until the next time we will host the Lead Podcast. I have been your other host. My name is Benjy, and we say peace out.